The Great Serpent Mound is a 1,348 feet long, 3 feet high prehistoric effigy mound located in Peebles, Ohio. It was built on what is known as the Serpent Mound Crater Plateau, running along the Ohio Brush Creek in Adams County, Ohio. The mound is the largest serpent effigy known in the world. The United States Department of Interior designated the mound as a National Historic Landmark in 1966. The mound is maintained through the Ohio History Connection, a nonprofit organization dedicated to preserving historical sites throughout Ohio. Effigy mounds have been constructed independently by several cultures. The significance of Serpent Mound is based on its size and historical relevance. Made up of 3 parts, Serpent Mound extends over 1,376 feet. Serpent Mound conforms to the surrounding land, as it was built on a bluff above the Ohio Brush Creek. The mound winds back and forth for more than 800 feet, with its tail coiling in 7 areas throughout the mound. Yellowish clay and ash make up the main constituents of the mound, with a layer of rocks and soil reinforcing the outer layer. The generally accepted interpretation of the structure is that of an open-mouthed head of a serpent nearly engulfs a hollow oval feature that faces the east and is 120 feet long. This oval feature may represent an egg, with an apparent depiction of the snake consuming it. However, many anthropologists believe that the oval is a representation of the sun or the body of a frog. Other scholars think it is the remnant of a platform mount. Throughout the 20th century, anthropologists and archaeologists had disputed which culture and people had created the Serpent Mound. The Ancient Earthworks Project published new radiocarbon dates suggest Serpent Mound is more than 2,000 years old. The article provided evidence supporting attribution of the mound to the Adena peoples around 300 BCE. It was determined that the mound was built around 2,100–300 years ago during the Adena period, and that it was subsequently rebuilt or repaired about 900 years ago during the Fort Ancient period. Several groups of Paleo-Indians occupied the subject land in Ohio prior to the development of the Adena and Hopewell cultures. Evidence shows that numerous groups of Paleo-Indians occupied the land in Ohio and ranged throughout the territory. They were hunter-gatherers who traveled seasonally for game. The Paleo-Indians hunted large game, such as mastodon. Archaeologists have found remains of more than 150 mastodons in Ohio, as well as the remains of other large game. During excavation of the Serpent Mound, archaeologists uncovered pipes, points, and ear spools from the Hopewell culture, as well as gorgets and points from the Adena culture. A visit to the Serpent Mound is a must. New and fascinating information is uncovered frequently. Is Serpent Mound haunted? There are several credible reports of unusual activity and events from visitors and researchers. Phantom footsteps are heard throughout the area, yet no one is ever sighted during these audio encounters. Shadow figures and apparitions have been sighted moving amongst the mounds. It is believed that with so many different possible cultures that lived in the area over the course of thousands of years, it would certainly stand to reason that indeed the area may very well be haunted. If so, it certainly does not resemble anything negative in any way upon this sacred land.